quite literally blew up in your face. Oh, wow, there's multiple of the Macross ships, too.
Yeah. They said they had 4 of them.
Yeah, but if they all have 4 arms, then it's all... Hey everybody, welcome back to the Stoneface Reactions. I'm Theta, this is Lessons, and we are back with the penultimate episode of the OVA of Macross 2. We just saw Lady Elseth get killed. Sorry, in my head it's always Lady Elspeth, as per that other conversation that we once had.
Elseth. Elseth, yeah.
Yeah, well again, it's Elspeth to me all the time. If your name has an E-L-E TH at the end and anything in between, it's Elspeth, only because of that Magic the Gathering card. I thought Fef had died, but I guess it was just 2 suits of that type in the ship. There was a red one, and I was saying, we see the light come down, or the shots come down through the ship, and it just explodes all around it. And so that's when I said, oh, I guess I gotta mark Fef as dead. And then he's in front of them all of a sudden, so it's like, oh.
Yeah, he teleported, yeah.
That was a different one, I guess. Oh, and maybe that's something I'll do in the next one. We're obviously still talking about the next Macross coming out. Well, because you always do something new, right? Why not personal full technology?
I guess. I mean, we already have ships that can have like teleportation module, so not the full module. So
yeah, well, ships already do it, but I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I could see like the idea has to be introduced first in one show, and then another show down the line can have like people just individually do all over the place. But having like your big bad mid thing and like boom taps the belt, they teleport or fold away. Because now we don't even cover the fact that if you're in an area with stuff, that the stuff gets teleported away. Because now we're doing gates and whatnot. I guess we can just have permanent fold gates. You're on this planet. What's the TNG thing? That race. They just have the doorways. Iconians. The Iconians.
Iconians, yeah.
That could be a thing.
Or SG-1. It's just Stargate.
Yeah, I guess. It depends on how you want to build it. I was talking like permanent gates, so this one goes there all the time, whereas Stargate is literally pick your destination sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More.
The difference between having a room with a number of gates or just having one gate. Because if you do a room with permanent gates, you can have established foot traffic, right? Oh, I'm going to hop on down to Eden and pick up some tea. Gamlin liked to eat tea from Eden. So the idea that you could just have that established and you wouldn't have to shut down the gate, open the gate, pick a new destination, shut down the gate, open the gate.
Mm-hmm.
It's good for personal choice. Say, if you were rich enough to own your own gate and wanted to do that, versus this is a public place for gate travel, and we can't just keep turning gates on and off. Also, the safety hazard of turning a gate on and off.
Yeah, assumption. Do you think there's something like that in the Picard series? But it's only on Earth. Like, oh, I'm Paris and I want to go to New York. You just literally walk through a teleporter gate and appear in.
One of my favorite Voyager books features that, where they establish like a worldwide teleporter network, so you can do that. And the trick therein is that it's actually teleporting you to another dimension. Not another dimension, another parallel universe. Because the trick is that Voyager approaches this floating debris field, and it's actually just corpses. There's no planet there. It's a debris field in a sphere shape, and it's there at the end of the line of all these planets across parallel universes. This is the parallel universe where there's no planet there. I think they come upon it because there is what do you call it? Comm badge. Yeah, there's comm badges because other Voyagers on other parallel universes have encountered this planet, and they went down there. Huge celebration. We're starting the transporter network, and there's just a bunch of like B'Elanna Torreses and Harry Kims floating in there because other parallel, one universe down, one universe down, one universe down. It's like, what is a Starfleet comm badge doing in here? Oh, How was that? Harry, you're over there. Yeah. What's going on here? Oh, and that's the thing. It just keeps getting bigger. The debris field of dead bodies just keeps getting bigger and bigger because it just keeps coming down the line. The Voyager books start before the Voyager series does. So these are authors that get the concept of what Voyager is before they actually see anything. So you get a bunch of that, like the planet full of starships that's a complete wasteland. Like there's no one living there. It's just a parking lot of starships, and you find out they're not starships, they're time travel ships, and they only go back in time or forwards in time on this planet. And it's illegal to use them in certain decades. That's why the planet seems dead. Only people live in certain areas where apparently it won't affect the time on the planet. So that's how they deal with overpopulations. They spread themselves across time. But there's I guess certain world events that happen that it doesn't matter what happens to anything there, but you can't live in them. You can't affect it. That was a cool thought process. All right, well, I guess we've talked about anything but Macross 2 so far, but then again, we talked at length about this at the end of the episode, which was just 5 minutes ago in real time, a week ago, YouTube time. So, I guess really nothing left to do but to go ahead and hop on in and see what we get.
But before we get started,
make sure that you hit the like button,
hit that subscribe button,
comment down below to feed that algorithm.
On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this,
unfiltered,
uncensored,
and uncut,
as well as some early access stuff,
you can check it out over on the Patreon.
It's just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure.
There's zero pressure in order to do that. It's just a little bit of extra support, and it would be greatly appreciated.
I like the beginning of the song. Don't like the. It's too high. It's just too squeaky and too high to throws off the rest of the song off. But by itself, it's fine. I like it. It's very catchy.
The song doesn't work on me. It's fine. I don't have a problem with it again, except for that first part. But I feel like what would happen here is that over time, like a 26 episode show or whatever, it would build up on me, and it'd be like, okay, it's starting to wear me down. I actually kind of like this, but there's one episode after this. It hasn't done it, and I don't think it's going to do it by next episode.
I think also in those, even if I don't think of Macross 2 as being the epitome of Macross by far, it still has nostalgia for me because it's one of the first things I saw after I finished with Robotech. So it was like, oh, this is Macross, okay. Because like I mentioned before, this didn't made it to the West, which is ironic because it was a failure in Japan and outside of Japan. But I wonder what would happen if it actually succeeded. Would have seen more alternate Macross stuff? Maybe.
I don't think so. There's no reason to do that. Just consider that every movie is an in-universe thing and an out-of-universe thing. So there's no reason to do any AU Macross. You just make a movie and do whatever you want. Oh, Mother Brain. Or the Emperor of Mankind. Complete with his throne. No, the throne is the skull. I gotta say, when comparing villains, the scope, which villain has the best ability to pose a threat to anybody?
Yeah.
So far, the Marduk are way down on that list. I would say they might be same tier as the Zentradi, only for the fact that they have music. They could shut the Zentradi down too. Well, actually, I recorded a video.
続けてくれたまえ。
ファーストコンタクト時にその報道マンが連れ帰っていたようです。
We're just like avoiding saying his name for some reason. Oh,
響です。神崎響。
あいつか。
That's like
イシュタルはこ
That
の
sounds
戦いを
familiar.
終わらせることのできる何かを
yeah,
掴
it's
ん
the
だ
name
よ
of
う
the
です。
character we've been following this whole time.
戦いを終わら
no,
せ
no, but it reminds me of that character from
敵前
Vermilion
隊は
Squadron that
イミュレー
died
ター
on
の
over
洗脳
Canada.
効果のある歌に操られています。
Heyo?
地球の歌を
Yeah.
彼らに聴かせることができれば、
I mean, I doubt it. He didn't live
歌
long
うの
enough to
は
have
イミュレー
kids.
ターでなければなりません。混乱を起こすことはできましたが、この戦いの事態を変えるような力まで。
I mean, her ability to confuse them is just the Minmay attack being done by an emulator.
ありがとうシルビー君。
Yeah, but remember that the emulators are the ones who canceled them. And that he turned the emulators to our side, then we can
Which
win.
apparently won't happen.
ここで予定を変更して報道特別番組をお送りします。これまで東郷軍は固くなに発表を控えてきましたが、
While also protecting you.
地球圏に侵入してきているゼントランたちはマルドゥークと呼ばれる種族によってマインドコントロールされていることが判明しました。これはマルドゥークの船内での様子です。これらのゼントランたちは特殊な歌によって洗脳され、戦闘
Look, as much as I really don't like Hibiki, the man's got great zoom work.
直ちにこの放送をやめさせろ。
Also, not for nothing, good station keeping. That was not a shaky cam at all.
Yeah.
司令、この放送には軍の緊急回線が使われています。
バカな。早く止めろ。あのジャーナリストを
Yeah, but you're alive to everybody. You're doing that to
情
everybody.
報が分かりました。ここのサブ通信室です。
何？
このような地球の危機に際し、我々は事実を知る権利があるはずです。地球の運命を、そして我々一人一人の命を、このまま軍のコントロールに任せた
How
まま
many people do you
でいいの
think
で
he's
しょうか。
responsible for killing right now? A worldwide panic. He's effectively shouting fire at the movie theater. Good, you deserve it. I don't care how much
Dude, you already
good,
got tortured.
I don't care how much good he's doing. He's shouting fire in a movie theater. This is people are gonna die.
Yeah, the quality of the animation just went down significantly.
See? Look at all those ships. Those don't look shoddy at all. I mean, these do, obviously, because of the Marduk side. Yeah, you remember when you vetted my my video the last time? Same thing.
確か君の直属の部下が敵艦隊から逃れてきたと聞いているが、エクセグラン君。
Supreme Commander? How'd you get in the middle? By the way, did you crawl over the table? There was no opening.
ここに連れてきたまえ。
Maybe he's in the elevator in the center, I don't know.
報告書にはシルビー注意となっていますが、こういうことでは君にこの件を任せておけそうにもありませんな。スキャンダラスなことがあったばかり。
Yeah, given your predilections.
注意の処分は我々に任せてもらえますかな、エクセグラン司令。
で、注意はどちらに？
Unless it's gonna be something completely, you know, normal, like actually she's my granddaughter or something.
シルビー注意は3日間の留置処分とする。そこの民間人も同じだ。
Yeah, again, until they do something inherently evil, I'm still on the military side on this. Thank God, we finally learned we don't have to build a giant mobile suit. We can just build the cannons.
戦況さらに悪化、85%の壊滅状態です。現在確認できる敵艦は約1300。しかし実数は不明。およそその3倍と思われます。
Still nowhere near Gulg's fleet.
引きつけられるだけ引きつけろ。敵の主力を一撃で叩く。
No, they are transforming.
Yeah, never mind then. I guess they learned nothing.
Oh, they have double the firepower. No, triple the firepower.
バルキリー隊を発進させる。マクロスキャノンに敵を近づけるな。ファイアウル隊、ホワイトウィッツ隊、全機発進。
That was weird. They had the stand behind them that was letting go of them, so when they launched, but the stand fucking just vanished from a frame animation. I would love it if the Marduk side fired super cannons back at them before they fired, only from the perspective of, we have it too, you're not the only ones. Welcome back, Bridge Bunnies. Maybe they should have been online from the beginning of the fight. Certainly a more colorful combat.
Macross cannon, 発射!
Fight literally blew up in your face. Oh, wow, there's multiple of the Macross ships too.
Yeah, they said they had 4 of them.
Yeah, but if they all have 4 arms, then it's all.
敵艦の 60% は消滅した模様。
よし、第2弾発射準備。
0時の方向に別の艦隊がデフォールドしてきます。
何?
Oh, the main ship we know is teleporting in.
Rainbow
Or
color,
not.
yeah.
Well, I mean, we still got to see the giant one that they used to destroy the other ship, because it seemed like that one had bigger guns than the normal ones. Ah, there we go. There's the new fighter. Guessing that was Nex?
Yep.
Begin track number 1. I mean, I was just thinking of the Doctor Who episode where the Master comes back, summons the Troggle Flame down, and he has his own soundtrack. Here come the drums, here come the drums. Yeah, I mean, you used them before without an emulator. When you took them to Earth to find the emulator, ironically.
Yeah, but they were out of control. They were not.
They weren't totally out of control. They were still doing their job until they found her, and then they were like, kill her! Legitimately what I said they should have been doing to him when he came back in episode 1.
誰にも命令なんかされていない。俺はみんなに事実を知ってほしかっただけだ。このままじゃ地球は滅ぼされてしまうんだぞ。
Based on what? The Zentradi were about destroying the Earth. We haven't heard that from the Marduk. I mean, we've heard that. We have heard that. They haven't heard that as much. That, okay. Until they got to the back half, that was the ship from Gunbuster. Yeah, in this show, you're just either amazing or you're shit. Well, yeah, they have 1,300 ships, and each one has its own complement of fighters. It's gonna take forever.
Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna run out of ammo before they run out of ships.
Oh, that one transformed, yeah.
Wow, we have crap all over our screen again. Yeah, they must have been playing Warhammer before they started writing this. Got that thing where you got two different colored eyes. One's green, one's gold.
I guess they become, suicidal in the way. The
Well, it's a song of death. But remember, they said sing the song of death. Obviously, it's kamikaze was what I was thinking in the moment.
Yeah.
And we got like an infinite number of these guys. But now, in the middle of combat, defolding energy. I guess. I mean, if you
I guess they're
well, it's no different than. Okay, the same thing we talked about before. If you fold around a bunch of stuff, you take it with you. I guess technically you could have like a device that you send with stuff, like just the fold engine itself. Like, what if you dropped a fold engine around a bunch of lava and folded the lava to a place you wanted it to go? I also feel like the problem with Macross 2 is that message. You know how boring it got when Naruto just made friends with everybody?
Yeah.
It's that over and over again. Also, that guy's hand was unfortunate.
Yeah.
It was a cross between Mega Man's arm cannon and a dick for a hand. Don't worry, sir. We saw nothing. Certainly, we would be idiots to report this back to the Emperor as well.
Oh, they have their own cannons, too.
That's what I said. They have the destroyers from Homeworld.
を盾にしてでも奴らを地球に向かわせるわけにはいかん。敵艦隊の前進を阻止する。メインエンジン出力全開。
Sure, but the command ship isn't even here.
That is a command ship. Well, not the enemy command ship.
That's what I'm talking about. The command ship isn't here, so at most they can defend themselves against the 1,300 ships. But why are they even fighting? By them, I mean the Marduk. They could just be folding in energy wherever they want.
Maybe that's unique to the main ship only.
Yeah, but the main ship just keep doing it over and over again. We knew where their fleet was. It was in Mars orbit. Let's do that to them over and over again. Or hit the Earth. Hit the Earth with a barrage of folded energy over and over again. He was cool, but unfortunately his name was one letter away from Blase, so that's all I'm going to remember him for now.
私の気が変わらぬうちに行くがいい。医師たる。あなたは反逆の罪を犯し、
Problem is, you're never going to come to your
私に
senses.
撃ち殺されたのだ。所詮生まれが違いすぎた。
The three pyramids makes me think we're in Egypt.
Yeah.
いや、ご苦労。
エクセグラン司令、これは
He's defying his orders, that's one thing it is.
Yeah. Oh, survival of the human race is at stake. They're losing the battle.
と同じですね。
そういうことだ。もっともあの時はどっかのリポーターに暴かれてしまったがね。
She shimmers for a second, the hologram goes down to Biki. It's a Biki.
Yeah.
I knew it!
It could be.
おそらく君の言う通りだろう。最終防衛ラインが突破されるのも時間の問題だ。
市民はそのことを
知らされていない。戦いで死ぬ勇気はあっても負けると告白する勇気はない。意外と敵は近くにいるものだ。
しかしそれでは
戦いだけでは腐敗した統合軍は敗北するかもしれん。だが君は和平の道があると言っていたな。
We're turning this into the battle of the line.
I mean, it's kind of it's a remake of the original show kind of way. Like, yeah, we got to try something else because, you know, our weapons, no matter how powerful they are, they're not going to stop the gigantic fleet that's coming to kill us all.
敵母艦への一点集中攻撃をせよというのかね。
そうです。奇襲攻撃。
I thought we were going to discuss peace, did you?
司令
What about the nuclear arsenal?
提案があります。アルスの船です。
You see, if we fly it up at their main ship and then punch into it, we could probably
Yeah.
launch a bunch of destroids inside with nukes.
アルスの
Don't ask me where I got the idea.
もうすぐ敵が攻めてくる。
Why does he even have a
Yeah,
camera?
isn't he supposed to be locked for 3 days? I guess maybe the Supreme Commander gave him one.
多くの人がその犠牲になる。敵も味方も、その瞬間まで何も知らない人々も、すべてが終わり。
Isn't that a
全てを知っ
kindness?
た後に後悔する。
If death is inevitably coming your way, do you want to spend your last moments fretting about what's about to
終
happen?
わった後じゃ遅いんだ。
Or you want to just doing whatever you would normally be doing, not knowing?
そしてみんなで考えて、それから。
I would want to know the truth. But the problem is that that's something that it's being taken from you.
Well, I would also say the ability to not know what's coming, if that's what you want, would be taken from you by people forcing that on you. These satellites are destroyed every day. That thing fires for no reason.
Yeah. Well, I think they would have.
GPS coordination is down.
Well, they could do it around the. They don't have to, as long as they don't put a satellite right in front of the path of it. So
Well, I'm just saying it's been firing at random right now. They don't say it's firing every day, for the last 10 years or something. It's just doing it at random. Sorry, no HBO today. It seems like the Macross fired again.
No, what I mean is that they have an alarm system for it, so they can at least know when the buildup is happening, and they know the geographical position of it. So they just put satellites around it and not over it, right? I don't need a satellite to be right on top of it so it get blown up, shit like that. Like that would be an exclusion zone. Like, you're a ship, don't go into the exclusion zone.
Yeah, but we don't know
nothing might happen.
We don't know how long that's been happening, so there might be pre-existing satellites that are still in use that are just on that orbit.
They're probably already destroyed by this time.
That's what I'm saying. Well, no, there could be still satellites in that orbit that weren't there for the first firing, but still there for the second firing.
Like I'm saying, I'm going to repeat myself. If you have enough time to install a warning system for people, enough time to go like, listen, this is an exclusion zone.
I'm talking about pre-existing satellites, though, that are in that orbit. Like, I don't know that you care that much at this point. We're too far into the future. You could just launch a new satellite. I'm just saying, existing satellites in that network. Oh, that's right. She's part of the Horde. And this comes out in the 90s, so it's... When did the first World of Warcraft come out? Not World of Warcraft. When did the first Warcraft game come out? But I want to know, that is the Horde symbol she's wearing on her shoulders. Did that come out before or after World of Warcraft? I would love to know the history behind the shoulder pads.
Craft 1. Orcs Humans came out in 1994.
So 2 years after this, right?
Yeah. Somebody saw this and stole the idea?
I don't know what the odds are that two people could, independently come up with this. It's just weird.
Yeah. Nobody's gonna sue us from an obscure, Japanese anime that was a failure. We can copy it, no problem.
Apparently.
Yeah.
It's not like World of Warcraft became a massive success. So it's like... Anyway.
Well, it could be that, Studio New, Big West was like, not Big West.
No, it is Big West. I think Studio New is the one that has nothing to do with it.
Yeah, Big West is like, do we want to admit that we actually made that? But we could sue them for
I mean, I guess it speaks to popularity, right? So unpopular, no one even realized.
Yeah, it's like, that's just, don't worry about it. But we could make, no. Yeah, I think that's, if that meeting happened, I think that meeting was something like that.
Well, it's an action-packed episode, but just a lot of other stuff that just doesn't make sense to me,
Yeah. I mean, Macross 2 is, it's okay, but compared to what happened before and some of the stuff that happens after, and the fact that it's not canon, it's a triple whammy, I guess.
I mean, most of Macross happens after this.
But I'm not talking about plot, stories. I'm talking about quality, right?
No, I'm saying most of Macross happens after this. This is the first thing after 2012. Has to be after 2012. Because this is this sequel to Do You Remember Love and Flashback 2012. As much as you can be a sequel to 2012, because, Megaro doesn't feature into this, so nothing of 2012 matters.
I think my still liking aspects of Macross 2 is very much that twinge of nostalgia. That, tinted color glasses, where I remember when I originally saw it, I was like, oh, this sucks, blah, 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 blah. So I kind of feel better about it now, in a way. Like, watching it for the second time, I was like, oh, no, it's not that bad.
Okay, just quick clarification here. It's not bad. I'm enjoying it. There's the flippancy here that I give everything, but I'm not. When I say shit doesn't make sense and argue against things and say people are being stupid, this is normal shit that I say. This is a perfectly acceptable OVA. And the fact is, it's only 6 episodes long, so even if you thought it was bad, I think it's a sit-throughable experience. I mean, I would say it would probably have been better if it was an 80s anime.
Yeah, a full treatment of episodes, 20 plus episodes.
Yeah. I mean, that too. But I mean, if it was an 80s anime, some of these, like, story writing, what I think to be blunders, would be more acceptable because it'd be earlier into the sort of thing. Whereas being in a 90s anime, I mean, it is early 90s and there's not a lot of I don't know. I just find myself in a watching spree of 90s anime these days, and I appreciate the 90s as an era of anime where, it's kind of like throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks. And this kind of feels like it's sort of in that spectrum, but I feel like some of the writing is like a step back.
Yeah. Although I would say the most, not all, but significant writing was pretty solid, much better than this.
I would say the things that would help this the most is, one, don't make it a Macross thing. I understand that the SDF Macross is in there. I think this would work great, or better at least, as its own standalone thing. Just a story about a human reporter who encounters an alien coming to Earth and trying to find peace between their people and whatnot. Like, it's a story. It's a story as old as time. And it's a story that's been told before. But I feel like if you're trying to do your own short thing, this doesn't have to be connected to anything. Like, they're not even using the SDF Macross the way that anything else does. So why not just have it be its own thing? It could be some random relic, the way that nobody seems to understand what the fuck it is anyway.
You can
we uncovered a crashed spaceship, that sort of thing.
Yeah, it could be in the what was supposed to be the Super Dimension franchise, right? In that larger aspect. It could be like Orgus or Southern Cross, like Super Dimension Future, Super Dimension Alternate Earth, something like that, right? And make that story like, oh, it's connected and has connective tissue to the that aspect, but not to the point where it's a direct continuation of the movie, for example. And I mean, I don't mind that it's 80 years in the future. I mean, the core story is solid. Even with the whole Chip of Alice thing, it's fine. It could be a.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. The core story is solid, or not? I would say solid. I think it's fine. But as I'm saying, it doesn't have to be connected to anything, though. Being its own story would just be fine too. And I think being separated from Macross would actually help it.
It reminds me how I feel. I've been replaying Mass Effect Andromeda for a while now. I'm done my second playthrough. And, that's supposed to be Mass Effect, but one of the weaknesses of the story is that they keep harping back to the original trilogy. It's like, you're in a different galaxy doing other things, dealing with other people. What the hell you have to keep talking about those people? Like, well, because people feel nostalgia and you want to hook in the base, of the player base. It's like, well, if you build a good story here with new aliens and new stuff, nobody's going to care, You came from the Milky Galaxy, now you're in a new galaxy, the Andromeda Galaxy, and you're doing your own thing, right? But every time they're like, because every time they connect back, it's like, well, if that happened, then this and this and this, and it just makes a bunch of plot holes. And I'm like, you're just taking that part of my brain that has to analyze everything and make things make sense. It's like, but that's a plot hole, and that's a plot hole, and that's a plot hole. So I'm just going to play this game and forget anything that has to do with anything on the backstory and just play this game, which is perfectly fine. Not awesome, unless you mod the game, but perfectly enjoyable. All
right. Well, any final thoughts?
Strangely looking forward to the last episode to see if I actually changed my mind on how I felt about the last episode the last time I saw it.
All right. Well, that said, I think that's all we have time for today. So once again, I've been Theta. This has been Lessons. We've been Stoneface Reactions, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?